Hello, I'm Casey. I'm your fashion friend, your confidence cheerleader, your joy provider. I help inspire you with all things style, fashion, joy, and confidence. I post short, easy to digest advice videos to help you create a closet you love and get dressed with less stress. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel below so you don't miss out on anything. And let's get on with the show. So today's lesson is finding the sweet spot. Hello. Is finding the sweet spot in fashion. So there's the opposite to that. There's this release the pressure of not feeling like you have to be perfect, but then there's the opposite of that is the people, and you might be one of those, and I sometimes am that, where I'm just like, oh, kind of given up on fashion, kind of been like, that's for them outward, and not like, okay, I'll work on it for me. And you're like, that's for them, and you've kind of given up, you kind of don't work on your style anymore. And that's fine. If you are a person that like just lives in yoga pants, loves yoga pants, and that is your jam, and you are so happy there, then live in that jam. But if you know you're living in yoga pants and you know you really want to up your style, but you said, that's for them, not me, and you've given up, then let's kind of like reevaluate that thought process. Because if you're living on the two sides of the spectrum, one is so much pressure to look perfect, I need to know fashion, and I don't know how, and oh, this is so frustrating, and you get so frustrated. That's like one side of the spectrum. The next side of the spectrum is, oh my gosh, this fashion thing's too hard. I've given up. I don't care anymore. It's not for me. I want it, but it's just not me. It's for them. That's like two sides of the spectrum that's not letting you live your best life. Living your best life is coming together, meeting in the middle to say, release the pressure of being however you feel like you need to be in fashion, and then not giving up, and finding that middle ground of experimental like fashion. And fashion's supposed to be fun. When you can find that sweet spot, fashion is fun. You can experiment, you find yourself a little more, and it's just supposed to be fun. So that is the sweet spot. And people that have a grasp on fashion, like people that maybe have found their own personal style, know that they are a student for life. Like I know I'm a student for life in fashion. Fashion is ever changing. Fashion things come and go. Things I want to try. So know that you are forever a student in fashion. When you can grasp and hone in on that, that feels so good, right? Because then you're like always learning, and you're always allowing yourself to learn in fashion. And that's what I am. I completely think I am 100% a student in fashion. I'm always trying new things. I'm not sure if they look good. I just try them because that's the fun part of fashion, right? So always know that if you can grasp the idea that you are always going to be a student in fashion, that's also a sweet spot that you, like a mindset sweet spot that you can find and allow yourself to try new things. Also, you'll never find your own personal style if you don't try new things and allow yourself to try new things. So one, don't give up, try new things. Don't be too hard on yourself. Like we said, show up imperfectly, and then find that sweet spot of trying new things in fashion and not being so hard on yourself or judgy, and just being like, yeah, I'm going to show up imperfect. It kind of goes with our thing yesterday of showing up imperfect. It's also giving yourself a chance to experiment, and then you show up and feeling that you can show up not being, oh, everything needs to match and everything needs to go like, okay, I'm going to try this concept Casey was talking about, and allowing yourself that joy to just try, right? So that's kind of the lesson for today. Not being on opposite sides of the spectrum, finding that sweet spot and that mindset that will allow you to experiment and have fun with fashion, because that's, honest to goodness, the very biggest thing I would have to say about fashion is fun. And if it's not, let's find how to get you there so it is fun.